What is up, YouTube? It's your girl Rochelle, and I'm back with another video. Thank you guys for tuning in, liking, sharing, and subscribing. You guys are the bomb.com. Okay, now in today's video, clearly we're doing a cash stuffing. Like, clearly. But today's cash stuffing will be extra special because we are getting to stuff some envelopes that we don't normally get to stuff. So if you are excited to use cash to stay on your debt-free journey, stay tuned. Now, first off, before we do any cash stuffing, we gotta budget the money. So first off, here is a quick overview of how our budget went for Paycheck 2 of week, which is, we consider this week 3/4 of October 2021. My husband received his income on 10/22. We had an estimated total, of course I'll insert a picture here, we had an estimated total of $4,014.33, and that is that total includes my YouTube income and my husband's pay and reimbursements. But in actuality, we received a total of $14,712.41. And y'all, I know, that's a lot of money. And remember, I always, count the least amount when in regards to budgeting our future paychecks. I never want to count too many chickens before they hatch. We did know that we were going to receive our last payout. That's what you see in that total, included in that total. And of course, I'm going to use a good bit of that later this year to help make a huge lump sum payment to the mortgage, but for now we're going to definitely hold on to some of it and cushion our life. So some main things that we did was, instead of sending our usual $100 to our emergency fund, we sent $1,100. We paid off a credit card which totaled $1,835.50. You've heard me say that in previous videos. We definitely have some consumer debt. It's just that we are more focused on paying down our mortgage because it is so low. And if you want to know how the mortgage is going, definitely check out any of the videos here, Eye in the Sky, and stay tuned because y'all, we will be doing a month-end mortgage payment update at the end of this month, later next week, and it's a goodie. It's one of my best ever. So definitely turn on those notifications, subscribe, make sure that your notifications say all when you tap the bell so that you don't miss it when it drops, because I'm going to be sharing some knowledge that was shared with me from my mortgage company, and I want to make sure that anybody out there who's looking at purchasing their home, their first home, second home, third home, or maybe you're already a homeowner, I want to make sure you guys know what I have been learning. Okay, instead of sending $1,234 to rent, we ended up sending a total of $1,482.29 toward rent, because that includes our utility bills for a previous month. And that includes the electric bill, which I was very proud of, because we had our Tesla parked the entire month of August at our home while we traveled, and it basically didn't even clear $250. It was like just under $250. So you just never know how that is going to go when you have an electric car for the first time. And if you want to know what it's like having an electric car, definitely check out my Tesla channel, where I go into more detail about what it's like to buy a Tesla, own a Tesla, get it delivered to you, the whole process, and share about how to maintain and upkeep your Tesla, because it is an investment, y'all. Okay, I think those were the main things. Oh, of course, we'll talk about the other main things that happened with the budget in the cash stuffing, because I'll be including it here. So what you see here is the cash that we're going to be stuffing today, and we'll count that up and make sure it's right. And then here is my Adamson bank. So this is money that I keep on hand, which usually totals about $500, so that I can always give myself change. Because as you can see in this money right here, it was an ATM run, y'all. It's just a bunch of 20s. And so let's count it up and see how much we're going to be stuffing today. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400, 20, 40, 60, 80, $500, y'all. So I'm going to sit this right here, and we're going to get started. So the first things first, you're probably like, okay, what you doing with these raggedy ones? Well, this is money that I had found in my safe, and it did not have a home. It wasn't in any of my cash envelopes, and I don't play about money that's just sitting around. So we have a total of 1, 2, $3, $4, $5, $6, $7. Now this could have come from a transaction where maybe I gave Micah or Eva some cash and maybe they just threw the change in there. We don't know, but it don't matter though, because we know where we're going to put it. We're going to pull out our savings challenges and it's going to go in our $1 bill. Oh, I almost turned right to it. We're going to stuff it right in here. This is filling up quick. Let's see. I think I have all ones in here. I'm going to eventually have to update this. I'm going to have to get me a bigger envelope. But anyway, let's see. What should we start with first? You know what we're going to start with? We're going to start with the emergency fund. Since I just saw it in my tracker. Remember, our emergency fund had $1,144 in it, but we put an extra $1,000 from my husband's bonus in there. So today we're going to be adding a 1K slip, y'all. Just like that. So that now brings our total to $21,44.80. Very excited. So now this is what we have. This is our electronic sinking fund that we keep online in the bank, but we got $2,100, y'all. That is super exciting because, you know, I have a goal to passively grow our emergency fund to $4,000 by the end of this year, and it was looking kind of bleak. You know, your girl had started the year with like $4,000 or just under, and then life happens. We had to help with some expenses, and I'm like, dang, our emergency fund took such a big hit. Alrighty, so let's start with taxes, shall we? This is for our personal taxes. We have a goal to save $500 by February so that we can pay for our taxes to be done, our personal taxes. But since I am now a business owner, I want to have my taxes, have money set aside for, you know, her to, just in case she charges me extra for doing 2 tax, whatever it's called. So we're going to add $10 to that. And so already we're going to get change. This is why I'm so glad that I have my bank. So now we have 100, 200, 10, 20. And we're going to go ahead and swap this out. So that worked out. 100, 200, 220. So yeah, some of this is online money, but it has a total of $280.78. Every time it gets to 100, I'm going to put it in the tax sinking fund online. Next up is me, y'all. I spent all the money. You see it. I had 70, then 50, then 32, then squat. So now we're going to add $20. Starting back over again. I'm always impressed when I watch some cash stuffers and they have like $1 million in each of their cash envelopes. I am not one of those people. I definitely need to do better with that. Okay, next up is E. E had a lot of spending also. Actually, let's see. Speaking of E, let's pull out. This is my wallet cash envelopes. Oh, look at that. We found some more. This is what I'm talking about. Sit that right there. We are going to go to E. She has $150 that I have on me right now because we're going to go shopping. She's growing, and so I took this $150 from out of her Eva fund. So we're going to go in person and have her try on some stuff, make sure she's set. So I deducted, you know, some of that money from here. But basically, we're going to add $20 back so that she now has $120. This is a prop money to represent the 100 in her account. Sometimes I buy her clothes online, so I leave some money in there, and sometimes we buy it in person. Next up is Hawaii. Now Hawaii only had $5 because we're starting all over with this sinking fund. This is an online sinking fund pretty much, but the cool part is we are adding $2,000 to the mix. So since my husband had that bonus, we are allocating $2,000 for this sinking fund because this is going to cover the cost of any annual bills that come up for the rest of the year. We already know we're going to have to renew our car insurance. And that is, last time it was $2,000. So we're gonna see what happens this time. Oh, look at these. It's 2 Avas. I'll put them in here. So now we have $2,005. It's that realness, y'all. It's so much money. Housing and car insurance are the 2 things that pretty much are ridiculous here. So I had this change left over. We were out and about all day yesterday. So this is $1, $2, $3, $4, $5. I try not to stuff my envelopes with ones because I feel like it stresses them out when I have a bunch of ones. Like, look at this. This is why I have a plan for this. I have a bigger envelope that I'm going to transition to. But that has $1. Few $1. Okay, next up is my personal money, which you know we're going to add $200 to. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200. This is my second time stuffing my personal cash envelope with my money that I usually use online. Like, I keep it in my bank account. But I noticed that when I have the cash, I am better and more responsible with it. So I use my credit card and then we cash out a couple times a month and we cover those expenses. So that video will be coming up soon too, because it's almost time for that. My list is growing. Next up is tips. We're going to add $20. And we're definitely going to get change here because I like to do 5s. And this is the one time I put 1s in my tip fund. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I use this money whenever we are out and about covering takeout food or whatever, restaurants, and also if I see someone in need. Tell me, guys, how much do you put to the side for tips? Or do you include it in your takeout / restaurant sinking fund or a cash envelope? Next up is groceries. We're going to add 25, so we're going to get change again. And let's do some 5s. 5, 10, 15, whoops, 5, 10, 15, 20. I gotta get these nails cut down. Don't like, it's getting in the way. Okay, so $25 is going into groceries. Y'all, this grocery pickup has been clutch. Like, I'm a whole new person. I am a whole new person with this grocery pickup. So grocery pickup, I keep, I use online money in our bank account for that. But this is for like anything that we might have to cover that we forget about. All right, next up is miscellaneous. It had nothing and we're going to add 25 to it as well. I am so excited about this mortgage payoff update that we're going to be doing later this month. Like, it basically is next week. So we'll definitely talk more about how much progress we've been able to make. Eating out is going to also get 25. And it's so funny that it happened in the month where I made a post on Instagram where I talked about how I was tired of paying off debt. I was over it. Okay, and that is Eva's money. Okay, and then we're going to pull out this money. This is from our medical appointments, our health cash envelope. But I thought we were going to have co-pays going to some appointments, and we didn't. So see, this is all I keep on me. So let's try and find that cash envelope first. We'll start with that one. Okay, so health. I emptied it out because I was just, planning for the worst. But we still have the 130 and we're going to add 10. So if we add 10, let's put that back and do a 20. So we now have 140. These trackers on the back of my cash envelopes are also a game changer. Also. Next up, let's do Mike. He has $20. We're going to add 20 so that he'll have a total of 40. But also we're going to add a $500 placeholder because he now has a sinking fund to cover any expenses that he, any money that he wants to spend without having to acknowledge it. I spent a lot of money out of this budget. I have extra money for Micah. because, you know, he works really hard, you guys, in case you haven't heard me say that before, but he works a lot of long hours. And so when he has these really big payouts, I do spend a lot of money just putting it to the side for him. And I just feel like that's fair. He's the one working all the time. I get to work from home and stay home with Eva and chill. So anyway, we're going to add $20 in cash and then a 500K placeholder. So he now has 540. Then the other thing we're going to put in here, because I don't want it to get too mixed up, is we are going to put a 1K slip in here because he now has an outdoor sinking fund. He asked for that sinking fund, which I love so much because he respects my my crazy. And so he just has things that he wants to buy for the house outside, like a weed whacker / lawnmower. He wants to do an aquaponics setup. Let me know in the comments if y'all know what that is. You can hear the excitement in my voice. Okay, but anyway, we're gonna add a 1K slip for that. He'll probably use his credit card to make all those purchases, and then I will cover it as time goes along with that 1,000. So, you know, this is what it's all about, like creating that balance. We are still gonna live our lives while we're paying off debt. We're not gonna limit ourselves to the point where we can't do some things that we wanna do. Next up is LV. This is for repairs in case I ever have to turn in a product. We're gonna add $10. So now it should have 130. And it does. Actually, we're gonna turn in 2 10s, give ourselves a 20, and now we have 130. Next up is car maintenance. I did the math, y'all. Ooh, I did the math. So basically a whole new set of tires is going to be about $3,300. And I know that sounds like a lot of money. It is. But tires on a Tesla last 25 to 30,000 miles on average. So that's about, for us, based on our current usage, that's about, because we currently drive our car about 1,000 miles a month. And so remember, we live on an island and we have the same year-round weather, so we don't anticipate having to replace a tire unless something, you know, of course we get a puncture or something like that. But that means that I need to save $100 a month for the next 18 months. So to do that and stay on track for that, we already added 50 this month. Well, up until now, we're going to add another 25. So 25. So now we have 20, 40, 60, 75. I don't know. I'm just doing what I can. That's the only expense that I anticipate. We haven't had any issues with our car so far. And worst case scenario, if something else comes up, we'll use the money to cover that. Next is fund money, which is bone dry, empty. We're going to add $25. So we're going to go ahead and get some more change. 5, 10, 15, 20. It's the weekend, y'all, so you're gonna hear a bunch of planes every few minutes. It is what it is. Okay, next up, let's take a few more envelopes. We really are going all the way, y'all. We are stuffing as many envelopes as we can with this money. Okay, next up is beauty. Beauty we already stuffed in my last video because I thought I was gonna need the money sooner, but I ended up not having to. But I just want to make change. Not make change, I want to get larger bills. So 20, 10, 15, 20, 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 10, 15, we'll do a 10. Okay, so yeah, just to keep my envelopes cute, you know, 20, 40, 60, 75. I want to start beefing this up too over time. We'll get there. Next up is house and hygiene. We're going to add $20. It is bone dry. Next up is gifts, which is separate from giving. Giving is for someone in need, for us, and then gifts is for celebrations. So we're going to add $5 so that it'll have $30. So if we do that, if we add $5, let's come over here and do a 10. So now we have 30. Man, in addition to planes, we got a train going by too. It's just everybody. Okay, Amazon. I want to get serious about this. Amazon, I need to save $119 by February. That means I need to contribute $25 a month now, between now and February, to stay on track. I've already done my 25, but I was short $4. So we're going to add $4 and that'll give us $44. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just one. Okay. And then we're going to do 20. So now we have 20, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just trying to be intentional. I do have a lot of envelopes, but as you can see, I also have a lot going on. Giving, which is what we talked about earlier, the difference between that and gifts, is going to get $5, so that it will now have 35. Next up is self-care. Self-care is going to get $10, so that we have a total of 70. So since we're going to add $10, we'll do that, and now it has 70 bucks. Man, we really gotta amp that up. Okay, we're getting down to our last few for this binder. Giveaways is next. It's going to get $5, so that it should now have 35. Yeah, so we'll do a 20, and we'll do 2 10s, and then no, we gotta do 2 5s. Okay, so we're adding 5, and then we'll swap this out for a 10. So now we have 35 for giveaways. I usually add to this with my YouTube income, but I just had some extra money and I wanted to make it count. Next up is YouTube. Am I doing with YouTube? What am I doing with you, YouTube? Why do I have you over here? I don't think we're gonna stuff this one this time. And we're not stuffing the mortgage this time either. And this is my expense / cash out money. So, so far I've put $138 in there. Let's see if we can 50, 70, 90. Let's get some change. 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not used to working with ones. That's throwing me a little bit. Okay, so now let's see. 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 135, 6, 7, 8. 138. So every time I make, a purchase with my credit card, I will sometimes go ahead and put the money in here. So that's what I've been doing. I'm trying to be good. Okay, now the other things I want to stuff are... I know you're like, wait, I thought we were just stuffing this binder. I swapped out my envelopes, y'all. I put the travel ones in here. I wanted to do something different. So, let's see here. Let me pull out my notes. We are going to put $5 in excursions. Oops, almost reached for the wrong one. So this is my bike. And this is all the money we have left. So I'm gonna go ahead and get 2 5s because I know the last 2 are gonna be 5s. Then we're going to put $5 in gas, which has now 30. So we can have money for when we need to rent a car to fill up. Then next is gifts. Gifts is going to get the last 5. Same thing, swap it out. And we now have 30. And we have $1 left. $1 left, $1. So you know it's gonna go in our dollar bills. This is what I mean, y'all. Look how many times we added to this. Money, we need to add this up and make sure that we have $500. So 500 minus, actually we'll just go from 0. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. See what I mean? Why am I always short? That's okay. It's probably all them extra ones that I put. I'm short $12. I'm taking my money back. That's what those ones are from. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I don't play about this $500 bank. Okay, plus 12. Okay, so that is $500 and we are all set. We are all set. We have our money for on the go and it is time for me to roll out. I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, peace, love, and budgets.